everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Kishore's podcast. Today, we are talking about one of the timely topics. It's all about AI ethics. We will explore the basics, understand why it's important, and also what industries and governments have in place to ensure ethical AI use today. We will also discuss few real-world consequences of not following these ethical guidelines at the end. Let's get started. So, what exactly are AI ethics? In simple terms, AI ethics involve the moral principles and techniques guiding the development and use of artificial intelligence. These guidelines ensure that AI technologies are designed and used in ways that are fair, transparent, and beneficial to all in the society. Why is this important? As AI systems become more integrated into our daily lives, their impact grows significantly. For example, voice assistants like Alexa has already entered our house. They are in the hall. Now systems like ChatGPT have even entered into everyone's kitchen, even helping on cooking menus. Without proper ethical guidelines, AI can lead to significant issues such as bias or privacy violations, or even can cause harm. Let's break this down with some real-world examples. One of the most often discussed cases are around facial recognition technologies. Several studies have shown that these systems can exhibit significant biases, right? And particularly around people of color and women. For instance, a study by MIT lab found that facial analysis algorithms have an error rate of 35% for dark-skinned women compared to only 0.8% for light-skinned men. Scary, isn't it? These biases can lead to wrongful arrest and discrimination. In fact, it has already happened in 2020 when Robert Williams, an African-American man who was wrongly arrested due to a faulty facial recognition match. Here's another example. I'm sure you all must be familiar with it. Cambridge Analytica scandal, where personal data from millions of Facebook users were harvested without the consent and used to influence political outcomes. This breach of privacy not only violated ethical principles but also completely undermined public trust in the digital platforms. To address these kind of issues, various governments and organizations have developed ethical guidelines for AI. Let's take a look at some key initiatives. As I'm from Germany, part of European Union, we have our own European Union's AI Act, for example, which aims to ensure that AI systems are safe and respect existing laws on fundamental rights and values. The Act classifies AI applications into different risk categories and imposes strict requirements on high-risk AI systems such as those used in critical infrastructure, education, and law enforcement. Not just in Europe, even on a global scale, for example, UNESCO has made significant strides here. UNESCO has made recommendations on the AI ethics, where it outlines several principles including human rights, sustainability, and privacy, and others. It emphasizes the need for AI to benefit humanity as a whole, ensuring inclusivity and transparency. Now, the question is, what are the different organizations are doing to make sure these AI principles are followed? As you all know that I am part of SAP, I can share some insights into our own ethical AI measures. At SAP, we have established a strong framework to ensure that our AI technologies are developed and used responsibly. For example, here are some key principles which we follow, and also every AI use case that SAP has delivered so far has gone through this strict AI ethics review. Number 1, human oversight. Our AI systems support human decision making and we don't intend to replace them. We make sure human oversight is part of our AI applications. Number 2, preventing bias. We all know that AI and machine learning in general works on the dataset. We from SAP work hard to prevent bias in our AI systems by involving diverse datasets in the development and training processes of AI systems. This basically helps us to create fair AI technologies. Number 3, transparency. We make our AI systems understandable. Users get clear information about how decisions are made, which helps them to build more trust in the technology. We explicitly call this process as explainable AI. Number 4, data privacy and security. We protect data privacy and security from the start. We anonymize customer data to keep it more accurate and private. We use customer data only when we have an explicit confirmation from customers regarding the usage of their data in AI training purposes. Number 5, high-risk applications. Our AI Global Ethics Steering Committee carefully reviews high-risk AI applications like those in healthcare to evaluate their impact before development. In fact, some of the high-risk use cases had been even immediately stopped. These measures basically ensures that our AI technologies are trustworthy, fair, and aligned with our ethical values. By embedding these principles into our operations, SAP aims to lead by example in the business AI category. Now let's discuss further what can happen if these ethical measures are not followed. When ethical guidelines are ignored, the consequences can be severe. For instance, biased AI systems can lead to unfair treatment in hiring processes or loan approvals or law enforcement. This not only perpetuates existing inequalities but also erodes complete trust in the AI technologies. Some examples here. For example, consider the case of Compass. Compass is an AI system used in the United States to assess the likelihood of a defendant re-offending. Studies revealed that Compass was biased against black defendants, falsely flagging them as higher risk more often than the white defendants. Completely unfair, right? Such biases can lead to unjust sentencing and perpetuate systematic racism in the justice. Another example is the use of AI in hiring processes. If these systems are trained on biased data, they can inadvertently favor certain groups over others, leading to discriminatory hiring practices, right? For instance, Amazon had to scrap its AI recruiting tool after discovering it was biased against women. The tool had been trained on resumes submitted over a 10-year period, most of which came from men, which led to AI penalizing resumes mostly from women. These examples highlight the critical need for robust ethical standards in the AI development and deployment. Without them, we basically risk amplifying societal bias and causing real harm to individuals and communities. So, if you're thinking, what can you do to ensure AI is used ethically in your own organizations? Here are some tips. Number 1, promote transparency. Start with transparency. AI systems should be transparent in their operations. This means making the decision-making processes understandable to users and stakeholders as mentioned above, designing the AI applications as explainable AI. Number 2, ensure fairness. AI should be designed to treat all individuals fairly, regardless of their background. This involves using diverse and representative data sets for training. Before using AI algorithms to train on any data set, most importantly, first evaluate how diverse your data sets are. Number 3, protect privacy. Data privacy must be a top priority. Users should have the control over the data, and AI systems should comply with the strict data regulations. Make sure your customers understand their usage of the data and ensure that they have the possibility to provide explicit confirmation if the data should be used at all in the first place. Number 4, foster accountability. If you're an organization, your organizations must take responsibility for your AI systems. This includes regularly auditing AI systems for biases and ensuring they adhere to ethical standards. Also, do regular stress testing on your AI systems to check how robust your systems are. These are only a few brief recommendations. However, if you need more, you should refer to, for example, UNESCO website for further details, and also, depending on your country regulations, check the details of what AI Act recommendations are to be followed in your country. In conclusion, While AI holds immense potential, there's no doubt, immense potential to transform industries and improve our lives, it is crucial to develop and use these technologies ethically. By following ethical guidelines and learning from past mistakes, we can create AI systems that are fair, transparent, and beneficial to all. I hope you find this insightful. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Kishore's podcast. Until next time, keep exploring, innovating, and embracing the possibilities of tomorrow.